Hey, this is Peggy with Easy Peasy Machine Embroidery Software, and today I'm in the Creativate embroidery system, and we are making the purchased fonts work within the Creativate or my Sonnet software. So if you've purchased a font from someplace like Designs by Juju, this is how to make them work within the software. So the first thing I do is I take the purchased font, and in this case it's Designs by Juju, Yazoo font, and I organize it into separate folders. And the reason I do that is because it's easier than digging through everything trying to find the exact letter that you want to work with. Okay, so I did make a new folder, and I'm going to say upper case, and then I'm going to take all my uppercase, and I can see them, drag them over in that folder. I can see them as a picture, or I can see them as a file, and it's just sometimes it's easier to see the actual picture. In this case, I would look for the cap, 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 and so on. Do a Control X, uppercase, Control V, add it, and I'm going to switch back over to so I can see them. W, X, Y, and Z. And I'm just going to grab them and move them up into that folder. And I don't really need to take the lowercase and move them into a folder, but I'll go ahead and do that. Call it lowercase. All right. And then I can close that out. And hopefully I have remembered where I have that folder. And I'm going to go to blank canvas. I'm going to say OK. It doesn't matter what size your frame is because we're not really going to use the frame right now. We're going to go to Letter tab. We're going to go to Font Manager. And we're going to go to Import Font from Embroideries. And click on that. And I'm going to go out to my desktop where I've put that folder, and I'm going to take the name. And then I'm going to click in that folder, and I believe I was using the 1 inch, yep. So I'm going to go back in the software. Here's the name, and I'm going to put a 1 after it to signify 1 inch. So I put the quote there also. And then I'm going to go back into that folder, and I'm going to go to the 1 inch, and I'm going to do the uppercase because that's usually the first in the way that you put these in. And I'm just going to double click the A, and now I'm going to go to B, double click. And if I have to adjust where the bottom of that letter is going to be, I can do that. I don't have to do it with the B, I don't think. I'm gonna move it up just a little bit. And you can go and edit these later if you find that you need to change things. Here's the C, D, I'm going to scoot that up just a tiny bit. E, F, double click, G, double click. I'm going to take and move that one up just a tiny bit. H, I'm going to leave that. I, J, I'm going to leave that. K. Some of these letters are meant to not be quite L. And should you decide that you want to go back and change something, you can click on, say, the K, and it's going to say load it. Are you sure you want to overwrite it? And you say yes. And then you choose the K again. And then we can go back on to M. N, O, P, Q. I'm going to slide that up just a tiny bit. R, S, T, U, V, W, X. I'm going to have to scroll down. I'm going to move that up just a tiny bit. Y, and this is a hard decision on this one. I'm going to slide it up there. And Z. I may want to move that down later. I'm not sure. I'm going to do a J here first. So I'm going to go back to my 1 inch. And I'm going to go to lowercase to the, where are you? J. Now this is one that I'm going to want to put the line halfway up just because it's lowercase and I want it to hang down. I'm trying to think. Q would be another one. T, R, S, Q. G would be another one. And I would do that with the entire alphabet. Okay, and I'll do the rest later. And I'm going to say close. And here, someplace on here, we should see a Yazoo. And sometimes you have to close the program and bring it back for it to show up. These are all the letters that I have made. I'm going to close it out and then bring it back up. Go into lettering, and it should be stored in what is called My Fonts. Remember, you can drag that and make it bigger. So as I scroll down, let's see. If I can't find it there, I go to Font Manager, and and there it is. Somehow I missed it. And I say close, and there's the Yazoo. And I can do cap locks A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's see what it looks like. And I can do lowercase A, B, C, J, G, H, P, Q, Z. And there is the lowercase. So I can look at it and say, did my J look okay? The P and the Q's look okay? And if I decide I want to move something, I can always go back in here and say, edit imported font. I'm going to click the Yazoo one and say, I thought the Y needed to be adjusted. I can adjust it as I need to, and then close, and you're good to go. Okay, and that's how you do the fonts that you have purchased to make them work within the program. Okay, we'll catch you later. Bye.